Scott Tomorrow, time for my weekly OEA update. First, let's talk about vaccines. I know that's what lots of people are thinking about. I have heard frustrations from members who are frustrated at trying to schedule their appointments, frustrated because they're not scheduled for a vaccine until week 2, 3, or 4 in this phase 1B. Members in scope in higher ed who are understandably very frustrated that they're not included in this phase of the vaccine at all. We have continued to advocate for inclusion of school employees because we know that it is essential not just for the health and safety of the adults who serve our students, but it is an important step in helping to create learning conditions that will be safe as we transition to in-person instruction in more places across the state. As I've said before multiple times, it's not a panacea. We still need to make sure that we're maintaining 6-foot social distancing, mask adherence, sanitizing and hand washing protocols, that we're making sure that people aren't coming to school when they're sick, that we have testing and tracing and quarantining wherever it's necessary, because we know that we are not through the COVID woods yet. We know that there are new strains that are out there, and while this decline in case numbers in the last couple of weeks is very encouraging, many public health experts are expecting further spikes. So the sooner we can get everybody vaccinated, the better. When you have the opportunity to get a vaccine yourself, I strongly encourage you to make the choice to get vaccinated. Whether it's the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine, those are the options right now. Encourage you to do that. It is good for your health, it's good for your family, but the more people that do it, the better off our entire community is. We will continue to share vaccine information as we get it directly with you as leaders, our staff, and with all our members. And so as you have that information, share it. If you have questions, let us know. We try to address those as best we can. We know that the situation changes daily, and we're communicating your concerns to the governor's office. Speaking of the governor, this week, Governor Mike DeWine introduced his executive budget proposal. To say that we were underwhelmed is probably an understatement. While we appreciate the governor's commitment to wraparound services, which has always been a priority of ours, making sure that we're addressing students' mental, emotional, social, nutritional needs, that just isn't good enough. And really, we wish that the $100 million increase would be embedded in a sustainable school funding formula. The governor, unfortunately, punted on the opportunity to address the school funding formula, saying that he's going to leave that up to the House and Senate to figure it out. Wish we had his leadership on that. Unfortunately, we don't. So we're going to advocate for a fair school funding plan, advocate for what the House passed in December, for the Senate to get it done, and ask Governor DeWine to sign it when this process is over. But we're also disappointed with the level of funding that the governor is proposing. According to the governor's budget proposal, there are going to be some nominal increases that come mainly from a reliance on one-time federal sources. But the base foundation level at the end of this budget in fiscal year 23 is going to be the same as it was 5 years earlier in the 2017-18 school year. That's just simply unacceptable. That is shortchanging our students, and that is not setting our educators up for what they need to be successful. We also know that there is entirely too much in the budget as far as increases for charter schools and private school vouchers. So he needs to get it done right. Fortunately, the House is going to have a chance to really take a crack at it. We've got good friends on both sides of the aisle in the House that we're going to be interacting with. We're going to need you to reach out to your legislators as this process moves forward to make sure that we do get an equitable, adequate, sustainable school funding formula that meets the needs of all of Ohio's children. In the short term, I encourage you to contact your members of Congress and our senators to encourage them to support the president's COVID relief package, which includes targeted assistance to make sure schools can open safely and make sure that we're addressing the needs of our students across the entire state. A couple of upcoming opportunities I want to highlight for you. Our minority leadership program Training Program Committee is putting on a great session on Pathways to Leadership on Saturday, February 27th from 9 to noon. And then we also are giving all of our members the opportunity to participate in NEA's annual Leadership Summit, which is happening virtually on March 12th, 13th, and 14th. The cost is only $30, although we do have some scholarships available. There are some powerhouse speakers that are lined up, including Reverend Dr. William Barber from North Carolina and others. I hope that you will take advantage of those opportunities. Thank you for all you continue to do for students on this, for many of you, snow day. Enjoy the snow, enjoy time with your families, and make it a great week.